In 1982, the government of Spain teamed up with the Vatican to try to get the United Nations to celebrate the 500th anniversary of Columbus's arrival to the Americas. But it led to a superheated debate and it backfired on them completely. So here's what happened and which countries were on different sides of the argument. So on Spain's side of having an international Columbus Day celebration were several Latin American countries like El Salvador, Costa Rica, and Nicaragua, as well as other countries in the Western Hemisphere like the United States and Canada. However, a bunch of Scandinavian countries were immediately against it, and they said if anyone should be honored, it should be Eric the Red or Leif Erikson, his son, who were Norsemen that established settlements in North America 500 years before Columbus. And later, Ireland also pushed back on the pro-Columbus countries by saying they were wasting everyone's time with the proposal. But the Spanish delegate did return fire by saying that the only thing that Irish people contributed to the New World were the well-trained police force in New York City. In the end though, 50 African countries took a stand that ended the conversation completely. They all got up and literally walked out of the session. Then after a little bit, they came back and expressed that regardless of what anyone decided, if the bill passed, they would veto it because of Columbus's true history as a racist colonizer. And the bill died right then and there. And in the following years, Spain and the Vatican continued to push for the United Nations to recognize and support the 500-year anniversary, but they couldn't outpace indigenous counter movements. Instead, it's documented that many of the organized celebrations of Columbus flopped thanks to multiple highly visible protests by indigenous peoples and their allies. And additionally, on the very day that was supposed to celebrate Columbus, the Nobel Peace Prize went to Guatemalan Mayan leader Rigoberta Menchú, which historian Roxanne Dunbar-Ortiz says infuriated the Spanish government and the Vatican. And just 2 years after that, the UN successfully passed World Indigenous Peoples Day and the Decade for World's Indigenous Peoples. Share if you learned something new and follow for my next video covering more hidden history just like this.